Hello, here's a video talking about words that are often mispronounced by Japanese speakers. Let's go through a list of very common mispronounced words. This one, I, you, we, they, say. Pronunciation is say, but 三人称 S. We say he says. Says じゃなくて says. The vowel for 三人称 S is the same as 過去形 said. E. The next one, iron. Pronunciation is always iron and never iron. So doesn't matter what you're talking about, the material, tetse, or steam iron, top left corner, or doshi no ho, iron clothes, or when you play golf, golf iron, pronunciation is always iron. Next one, photo. Stress is on the first O and T is pronounced D. Photo. The next one, photographer. The stress is on the second O and T is pronounced T, like photograph as well. Here, often confused. Walk sounds like talk versus work sounds like bidoshi no kakoke, were, you were there, plus k, work. Walk versus work. Next one, breathe, doshi, versus breath, meishi. For example, my nose is stuffed up and I can only breathe through my mouth. I try to hold my breath for a minute. Breathe in, opposite, breathe out. Or you could say, same meaning, inhale, opposite, exhale. Hold your breath. Stop breathing voluntarily. Next one. Y sound is usually no problem in words like yes, you, yo, but when the y sound comes before ear or east, in other words, e sound, it's difficult for some Japanese speakers. So correct pronunciation is year and yeast. Yeast in Japanese is istokin, to make bread. This one's quite difficult for many people, but practice makes perfect. Next one, travel versus trouble. These are probably mixed up because in Japanese they sound similar. In English they don't sound similar. The vowels are different. For travel it's a, and for trouble it's and the V in travel is different from the B in trouble. The English V is made with top teeth and bottom lip, but air can come out. English and Japanese B is pronounced with both lips closed together at first, so at that point no air can come out. Travel versus trouble. Here are very common words that are often mispronounced. First, close. Very similar to close the door. Not identical, but very similar, so try to remember. Close, fuku, sounds very similar to close the door. You don't have to say close this or something, as I often hear. The next one, kakoke and kakobunshi of ask, is asked. The K is not pronounced in regular sentences. He asked me a question. You've asked me that before. K is not pronounced, so it's quite easy to pronounce. Asked. Month is singular. Fukusu is months. You don't have to struggle with the TH. You can simply say months, and that is good. Next one is allergic, keiyoshi, allergic. And the noun underneath is allergy. Stress is on the first one, allergy. 日本語だとアレルギー. For example, I'm allergic to dust. Or, 名詞使うと I have a dust allergy. The letter I is sometimes pronounced I. For example, virus, viral, vital, vitamin. Right now we're in the period of the coronavirus. Viral actually is the keiyoshi for virus. Sometimes we use it when a YouTube video, for example, becomes very popular. Then we say the video went viral. Vital is an adjective meaning important or something similar. Vitamin is the Japanese vitamin. Here, one shirt, last sound is T. Don't put an S after that. One shirt. A nice shirt. A dress shirt. But fukusu, there is an S. 2 shirts. And you can make that S longer so people can clearly hear you are saying the plural. 1 shirt. Shirt. 2 shirts. Sometimes the letter E is pronounced in the following words. Poet, poetry, poem, problem, modem. For poet, poetry, and poem, between the O and sound, we put a W to connect the vowels and make it easier to pronounce. So it is not poet, but poet, poetry, and poem. Sometimes the written letter E is pronounced E. Examples: Indonesia, media, immediate, comedian, Sweden. The O at end of English words is often pronounced long. Toronto, Orlando, sumo, Takkaido, photo, Hokkaido, Nintendo. Pronunciation and writing really have no connection in English, so it's always good to remember both separately in a different part of your brain. This is a very good example right here. The pronunciation of the first word is singer. There is no g sound in singer or singing. But finger, yes, there is a g sound. Many students say singer, but that's not right. It's singer. She was singing. This word is pronounced opposite. Opposite. The opposite of tall is short. And these two words are often, the first word is often mispronounced. The first word is wind, and after the D there is no O. But the second one, window, yes, that is pronounced with an O. Alrighty, I hope you learned how to pronounce some of the words that are actually very common, and always try to remember and the pronunciation and where the stress of the word is. So, for example, what we talked about before, photo, the stress is on the first syllable, 最初の音節. But photographer, the stress is on the second syllable. So pronunciation and stress, if you can remember that, it will make your English sound a lot better. Very good. Excellent. We'll talk to you at the next one.